Hi everyone. Hello, bonjour, bienvenue. I don't know why I always use those specific three ones, especially considering that bonjour and bienvenue are the same language. But yeah, welcome into stream. How's everyone doing tonight? Habibul, I see you redeemed first. Congratulations on being first, Habibul. Let's get this unplugged. Yeah, so tonight's gonna be chill, relaxed. I'm like in a chill mood. I'm in a really chill mood tonight. Basically what we're gonna be doing is the Pokemon tracker, I was looking at the code and it needs bug fixing still, but like I'm stuck on the bug fixes. We might work on it a little bit tonight, depending on how far we get in this other project. Because I don't know if I want to start coding on any of it tonight. But, wow, my head just popped. Yeah, so why don't we go ahead and get started. I will show you guys what we're doing. So after I finish Pokemon Red, something I did, which button do I have to hit? Something I did early on in my streaming days was I played Super Mario 64. And, well, okay, so this is what I've designed right now. Let me pull up, let me open the embarrassing vault of embarrassing things and show you what it used to look like. So way back when I first used to do streaming. Where is the archive? There's the archive. No, that's too far back. 2021. Just quickly. When you label your files, guys, always make sure to label them with what they are, because otherwise you're going to be like me and be wondering, which days did I actually play Mario? Because the thing is, I only played it for like 2 days. It was a 3-day stream. That was all it was. How's everyone doing tonight, though? I hope everyone's having a chill evening. Why did you stop? I didn't say to stop. Unstop. Okay. That was weird. Where am I looking? There we go. So I streamed Super Mario 64. I like a giant Excel spreadsheet I'm looking at. On October 14th. Where is October 14th? This is September, so it's the wrong month altogether. This is probably it. Yeah, okay. So, this... fun little dive into history, by the way, while we're here. This is what my overlays used to look like. They weren't great, quite honestly. Like, and this is what we're going to make them look like now. And so what we're going to do is, when I did this, I just kind of filled the void by making the screen really big. And I put up, like, the chat here and myself down here. This was the night I wore a white dress. That was weird. And what we're going to do now is we're going to have this little Super Mario 64 tracker thing going on. And for this to work, it's going to be using kind of the same thing that we did with the other one, with the Pokemon tracker, but we're going to start completely from scratch. I've done literally no work on this at all. I haven't even, like, opened up my idea folder. I just, like, beyond the fact that this is the layout, that's all the work we've done. And so what I'm going to do... What? I'm getting an error. Is stream okay? I'm getting an error. Stream is fine. Yeah. What we're gonna do is we're gonna build this part here. I'm gonna zoom in on that so you guys can see it. So it looks like this. And it'll go, like, you know, relatively over here somewhere on the screen. And what we need to do is we need to start up with the basics. So to start that, How am I gonna start? Let's start with so I'm gonna just start with the ideas. And the best way for me to start is we're going to do this. So normally I would do this kind of like ideaing on paper. I didn't have a way to stream paper. So what I've done instead is I have come up with, and by come up I mean I found software online that lets me share my iPad screen. And I'm going to digitally draw on my iPad, and we're going to kind of sort this out. So let me kind of push this over here. That we don't need. Put this over here, put this over here. And let's go start explaining how I'm going to make this work. So basically, I need to make table space. We have the tracker, which is going to be this thing right which is technical difficulties, difficult technicalities. Hold the phone. Why isn't that synchronized? Don't tell me it ran out of battery. Okay, so my Apple Pencil's out of battery. So I'm going to vamp for the next like 20 seconds. Yeah, so basically what we're going to do is I'm going to show you guys how I sort of plan out the blocks of the subcode that I need. And from there, we're going to see how kind of I work into it. So stop me if you have questions about my process. And I'll let you know if this even starts to work because... Oh, there we go. It's charging. Yeah, I should have charged my Apple Pencil before I started. That's on me. That's on me. Yeah, so we're going to look at the blocks of code and basically kind of map out, like, what I need in terms of, like, the beginning of project, middle of project, end of project. And then I'm going to, if we have time, start working on the... So there are two ways you can kind of work on any coding project, which is front end to back end or back end to front end. And I've always tended to be a front end to back end person, such that what I mean is I design how I want it to look, and then I kind of like build in, like I code out the actual layout first, and then I build the code that runs it in the back. You can do it the other way around, and there are arguments to both being useful, because if you design the front end to work, then you have less like work to do on the front end, but then you might have to make changes to the back end. So there's definitely arguments to be made either way. This should have helped me out now. Let me make sure that works. Okay, it does. So after that false start, so basically here's what I'm going to do. So we have three subsections of this code. We've got this bit here, which we'll call this the front end. And so what the front end is it's essentially the bit of code that the user sees, or in this case that OBS sees. Then we have the back end. And this is any kind of code that's going to be sort of set, that I have to kind of program behind the scenes to make changes to the front end. Now that might be, in the case of the Pokemon tracker, that was just the actual like code that was pulling data out of the game. In this case, we're going to be entering that data in manually, so we have to code this entire bit. I should turn off notifications. Ignore the notifications that come on my screen. In fact, let me see, can I just mute all notifications? There we go. So yeah, so in the Pokemon tracker, we built that. And then there's what I like to call, this is just kind of my own personal terminology, but I call this the black box. And what the black box is it's code which the user never interacts with, but does something on its own. So in the case of like the Pokemon tracker, in the case of this, what the black box is going to be is this going to be this .json file. And this file is the one that's going to essentially tell everyone, hey, you know, look at this. This is what this reads, and this is what this updates. So in the front end, we have a couple of files. We've got the .html file. This is the actual OBS overlay. So this is the overlay. My horrible, horrible tiny little handwriting. And why is my phone not on silent? So this is the overlay that is actually going to read the file. This is joined by a little tiny .javascript file that actually holds the code, a .css file that does the formatting, and maybe a couple other files. But those are the three that I know are going to exist. The back end is going to have a .php file. This file is going to be the one where I enter in all the details. Wow, my brain is just not working right now. I'm doing my best, I promise. My brain just decided to hit a wall. Oof. So this is where we enter all the details into the tracker. It's gonna look something like this, where it's gonna have like the course and then little checkboxes for all the stars, and then a little submit button. And that button, when you click on that, this updates this file. This, let's use, those are horribly drawn spectacles. Those are slightly better drawn spectacles. This looks at this file and pushes the update through here to this file. And so that's the basic plan. And so like we have to like think now in terms of like what we need for all this work, because all this has to talk to each other. So this has to talk to this, which has to talk to this. This is going to need its own CSS file in order to make that work. I'm thinking. I don't know what else is there in the meta. That's the meta. That's kind of what I do. At this point, I just start coding. I had a whole stream planned for meta. We could just, I guess, start coding. That seems like a logical sense thing. But yeah, does that make sense to everyone who's watching? I hope it does. And then, you know, so this... Oh yeah, that was the other thing what I wanted to talk about, is how are we going to transfer... It does. Thanks, Abibel. How are you, by the way? Oh, it does work. So the other thing that I was going to talk about, when you're planning for all this code, we know what... Like, looking at the front end, we know looking right here, we have text, we have 6 images, another bit of text, another image. So we need to, in this file, have 6 checkboxes per star. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we need to have another text area that we will use for entering the coin count. Now, the thing with the coin count is that technically once it goes to 100, you will get the star. Like, there's a very rare position where I'll get the coins but not the star, but we'll still keep them separate because that's possible. So that was one thing. But what we need to now think about is, what is this JSON file going to look like? This is going to be the big thing to worry about, because we know what this is going to look like. We have a goal for this. It's what's right over there on the screen. And this is going to be very basic. This doesn't really need formatting. The JSON file actually needs a little bit of thinking. So let me just make a new page. Now, normally when we're thinking about the JSON file, we have to think about, like, the way the Pokemon tracker was that it sort of gave us the data and we need to interpret from there. This one we can do it in a couple ways. Oh, no, you're fine, Habibul, don't worry. I am doing fine. I don't know why. Like, I was doing fine all day, and then I hit a wall right now of fatigue, and like I may make this like half coding stream, half relaxing, playing something like really quickly, like I don't know, Stardew or something. We'll see how my brain goes. But yeah, so we could do it where basically we have in each, like, so we have the master list of all the courses. So this is course 1. And then in course 1 we have star 1, star 2, star 3, star 4, star 5, star 6, and star 7, and then coin count. So we could easily write a JSON file that was basically arranged like this. So you have course 1, curly bracket, star 1, true, false, or you could have it like 1, 0, 1, either one works. And then for like coin count, you just have coin count, and then you have a number, 100, 271. I don't think any course in Super Mario 64 actually has 271 coins. I don't believe it does. So, you know, maybe that's just not feasible. So yeah, coin count, and that's how that would work. And and this is fancy. This is like code optimization that you would never really have to worry about if you were like doing this for like a small project. But like if you're starting to, like, for people who want to work on really large projects, you might have to start thinking about this. So let's look at it this way. This is star 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can you tell I come from Japan because how I draw my squares? Coming for a bit. Hi Limo, how are you? So we could just do it this way where we have let me know how much you need to catch up on, and I will catch you up. I think we're gonna actually do coding tonight. As much as I said that we weren't gonna get to any coding, we might actually start coding. So you could do the normal thing where you just like have the data as it is like this, or you could do something, and this is the fancy way where you have 7 stars. I don't know why I drew those as boxes, but let's just call them that. And you could do this in a very binary system. So you could have this represented by a single hex value. Let me explain how. So let's call those 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, 30, 32, 64. And these are just powers of 2. So technically, if I have stars 1 and 3, and I add those numbers, that gives me a 5. And then if I have star 2, that gives me a 7. If all 4 of these, that gives me 8. That gives me the 15. And we can store which stars we have by just storing it in these numbers. And so technically, what we could do is 16, 32, 64. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. That all together adds up to, if I'm not mistaken, 127. Yeah. You like watching coding? Yeah. I wanted to go over like my thought process before we start coding, because what we're going to do is what's on the left hand side of the screen, that's what I'm going to start working on, and we might work on the front end of it tonight. So this is kind of the other way to think about it, is that we could store the values in a single number, and we could literally put this into a hexadecimal number. So I don't know what that would be, but like something like 0f, which I believe is a 15. So 0f would tell me that I have these 4 stars. And you could tie that in with another value, ff, which comes out to 255. And you could store, for a course, all the stars in 4 bytes. So if you had all the 7 stars in 4 bytes on that, I need to make space for my table so I can put my iPad down and draw on it. If you had all those stars like that, then you would basically, for the entire game, you would just have like a 4-byte strip, and you'd repeat that 15 times, and you would just have a massive string that you would then have the computer run. And What I would always do in this is I would always leave an empty byte in the middle to prevent any like weird overflow issues. And I would always start this off with a non-empty byte just so that the code never has like a bunch of zeros at the start of the string. So it always has like a register point to start with. And that's another way you could store it. That would be a much smaller number, because that's essentially what, 15 times 4. What's 15 times 4? 60? 60 times a little bit beyond that is... It's like in... Just estimating, you'd have a 100-digit long string. And you would have all the data you need. Does that... I feel like that's the really complicated method. And I might even do that just for a proof of concept to show you like how to do it. But like, do people get why that would be easier if your code started getting bigger? Because otherwise you have this giant thing 15 times. Or one string. Look at, that's such a horrible drawn square. What am I doing? Or one string that goes for 15 times. I like this method, using this, because it's technically easier. It doesn't like, it's human readable. I can adjust it, I can make edits to it manually if I want to test the code in situations that I haven't done yet. This is much more computer friendly and becomes a much better thing. Yeah, simplification via string. This becomes a much better thing when you're sending massive amounts of data. So like if you're sending like we do this with our aviation data, is all our aviation data is sent as like little tiny string bits like this. And we have computer programs on our end that decode it. And so that way the data is sent very simply, but like the computer program to decode it is in each user, in each pilot's hands. So that's what we're doing. And Limo, I don't know if you caught this. This is kind of like the organization structure I have of what I'm thinking about. So this is the front end, and we have like the code. Cancel. I know what's going on. I'm on the wrong layer. This is the code that'll hold the main file. This is the JSON file. I call it the black box because I like calling it black box. This is the code that owns the backend file. And the backend code, I should have pointed this out. This code will run on a different device than this code. And that's important because what that lets me do is that I can pull up this on my iPad, which sits next to me while I'm streaming. And I don't have to worry about like actually going onto my computer while I'm streaming and messing with anything. And it will automatically update this file here. And that's huge because that means that I could hand this off to a moderator sitting at their computer at their home, and they could make the updates for me while I'm playing the game, and I didn't even have to worry about touching it. And that's kind of the goal with this, is that not to give my moderators more work, but to give my moderators the workload so that I don't have to worry about working on it. So I think, honestly, like it's a weirdly fast meta, but I think let's like, if you have questions about that, let me know, and it'll be easier to break it down once like I start showing like files. But essentially what I know I need to have is 3 files here, 1 file here, and 2 files here. So let's, like, I know we're only what, an hour into, or like half an hour into stream. Let's start. Let's just start. Let's just write new code. Let's write code from scratch. I'm just updating the there we go. Just updating the stream file. It seems pretty convenient. That's honestly what I want. And it's like because like, yes, I could do automated stuff that could do this, and like that's a really fun coding challenge. Actually, I was thinking about this earlier today. I was in a friend of mine's stream, and like we were talking about text adventures, and I thought, how would people like it? I'm gonna close off the iPad now. How would people like the concept of coding a text adventure video game like on stream? Just start to finish coding an entire video game using nothing but JavaScript, PHP, and a little JSON. So let's do this. Let me open up Adobe Illustrator. I like to have the values like where I'm going, and then we'll start working on this. Ignore, I don't care. So this, two things I want to do. First, I want to completely turn off, ooh, the text is in a different layer. That makes me unhappy. What? Can I? That's fine, I can turn that off. So let's go ahead and just, I want to export this. Limited text, which you could do whatever. Yeah, it would. I would honestly, just for the proof of concept, code like the entirety of Pokemon Red in PHP just to show that you could do it. Okay, so let's pull an actual folder here. Code. You'll use artboards, and so bg ref image. And this is just for me to put something in the HTML file that actually has a background. And okay, so this is the part where technically I'm cheating. You could do what most people do, which is you could like recreate your code from scratch. Here we go. Or you could do what I'm about to do, which is copy and paste the relevant bits, honestly. Just copy and paste with the relevant bits. No one's gonna know. Okay. And then, yeah, so then I just need to do yeah, these two. Let's pull that bit into. The reason I copy and paste is because I know that like the basics are already there. And I'll even keep these open while I'm working on them. So let's save that. This is going to be going into the roster code. We'll call this overlay. And I'll throw this stuff up too on GitHub. I'll make a new repository for it so that you guys can kind of see the code while I'm developing it. But it's going to be all like in dev code. Like there will be no like real, how do I say this? It won't be, what is wrong with my brain tonight? It won't be finished. That's the word I'm looking for. Okay. And then let's go ahead, bgref. This is a new project I'm working on, Rondosaur. This is my Super Mario 64 tracker. Yours I'm working on off stream, just because it's a very specific thing and I didn't know if you wanted to have me work on it on stream or not, so I just made the assumption that you didn't. Does it say Pokemon tracker? Oh, you mean on the file? No, it's Super Mario 64 now. No. I am working on adjusting my Pokemon tracker code specifically for Morgan here so that she can get a special version for her stream, which is like way beyond the concept of like normal coding for that tracker. So I thought I would do that off stream. This is what we're making now, is going to be something to track all the stars. And okay, bg_ref_image-01. svg underscore ref underscore image dash 01 dot png. And then what we want to make this is, so we'll call this star roster container. Or well, actually, we'll call this star roster super container. And there's a reason why. I have my code's a little bit weird when I come to making containers. Did this? No, it is. It's right. It's right. It's right. Okay, good. So what we want to do is just make a quick div here. How are you doing tonight, though, Morgan? No, in the wrong spot. Hey, Mel, how are you? Okay, and then quickly, yeah, that closes itself up. And that shows me nothing, which means I broke something already. Star roster, oh, because the class doesn't have that in it. The title is there. Oh! And this is the downside. This is the downside to copying your code, is that sometimes you'll forget to adjust something like that, and it's very embarrassing. Super Mario 64 Star Tracker. Okay. So now it looks right. You did help. Okay, so now what I want to do is make a new div. Why is it doing this? So watching, ooh, Moana. I like Finding Nemo. I'm not a huge fan of Finding Dory, but I do like Finding Nemo. I was never a fan of Finding Dory. I don't know why. It just never was a movie that sat with me. Career Prime. We need something that has a font. We don't actually need the font. Okay, so we'll call this the star roster container. So the reason why we have a super container is I have one that's like the whole page, and then one that's just going to be in that div. I like to keep my divs within my divs. My divs within my divs. Yeah, you guys know what I mean. So z-index, z-index 0. And this is why I'm keeping this open. I want to see... Okay. 1142, 75, 333, and 485. So... Position absolute. Position... No. Top. What are the numbers I just said? 75, 1142. Left, 1142 pixels. And then the width was 333, and the height was 485. And so that, if I did that right, which div class equals star roster container. Why is it not picking up the right class? Okay, that's fine. But yeah, have you not seen them before yet, or? Well, at least now I know it fits. I didn't actually plan for that to be the background image there to tell me if it fit or not, but no, now I do. Yeah, what I actually want to do here is do background color, and we'll just make that white quickly to make sure that it goes where it's supposed to go. And now comes the fun part of the other divs. So div, I'll call this one course title, I think will be good. Oh, that's why it's, these have to be over here. I get it now. No, I get it. Why are you giving me a yellow? Why is it yellow? Anyhow, also, didn't someone say there was a setting for color sensitive bracket per color race? This is what I wanted. No. I'm gonna zoom out a little bit. Hopefully you guys can still read that. All right, and then if I just type in some text here and maybe not make that white. It doesn't actually need a background text. Okay, good. Actually, it does. It needs background color. So we're gonna do RGBA 0000. It needs to be completely transparent. And we want the text to not be Courier Prime. We want Mirza. There we go. That's perfect. Size notwithstanding. Actually, yeah, let's give the header first. 22 points. Okay, so let's do header title, which will just be, we want, like, this stuff is all the same. Font size, font weight, and text align. So font size 22. And then the positioning is what we're going to really want to play with here. Shift that back. Okay, so what I'm just doing here is I'm making a little tiny special container. Technically this whole thing is going to be containers within containers because that's just how I like to organize my code. Class equals header container. Is that what I called it? Header title. Can't remember my own div names. Okay, and then what's it look like in here? Star totals. I know it says Super Mario 64 star totals, but I'm gonna call it star totals because that makes my brain happier. And then we need to make these much smaller. So that, yes, okay. So top 2, left 10. Top 0, probably left 10. And left 30. A lot of this is just back and forth, left this, left that, left that. Okay. I like that. That seems okay. Now for my next trick. This is going to be the part where I'm curious. I need to move the star icon into the code. Icons. Okay, so there's the star icon. Let me call it. Here, I'm just curious about something. Image source is equal to icon slash star icon.png. Without any formatting. Okay, so it's off the baseline. because it needs to be a bit lower. So what we do need to put something specific, like the course title is separate from the star icons, I'm thinking. There are two ways we could go about this. We could either make it so that, like, we could make each one of these its own box, and each star, like each grouping of 6 stars, its own thing. And I think I'm probably gonna do that. Just because, like, as much as it's gonna be a haywire for the positioning. Yeah, so whenever I make my overlays, I always design them in Adobe Illustrator first, and then I actually do all the coding. So like the one we're working on right now, or like the overlay I'm using right now, I can actually open it up. Like, this is the exact place. I know where that is. So this is the exact overlay that I'm actually using right now on stream. So I always design them in Illustrator first, and then I code them to work correctly. So that way I have like the layout before I even worry about the coding. So I at least have like a goal of what I want it to end up looking like. So for these, course 1, course 2, course 3. Let's get rid of that. Div class equals course title course 1. And this way also, like, I know kind of like what font size I'm aiming for. So like if I come in here and I'm looking, okay, that's also font size 22, so that actually can stay right there. And then what I can do, using Illustrator so well. Listen, Adobe Illustrator is one of those pieces of software that when I first picked it up, I had no idea what I was doing with it. And now, like, I use it for designing literally everything. Like, honestly, they're not even on this computer. I only downloaded what I needed. But, like, when I did all my old overlays too, like I designed them all in Adobe Illustrator before I even remotely touched them in code. Let me see if I can pull them up from my storage server. Live production assets. Yeah, here we go. So this is later. Ignore. Wait, wrong one. Ignore. Like, this is not perfect. Actually, this is terrible because it pulled up none of my files. But this ended up looking like this. Like, that was what the final product was. And this used to be my overlay for the longest time on Twitch, and then I switched over to the dark one that I have now. Because I like the dark. The problem with this one was that every time I used to play a video game with it, like, it clashed color-wise with the game, which is why I switched to this more dark, like, thematic overlay. And it still has, like, a little bit of color. It's still got, like, the pink outlines. I was gonna make those white, but I liked them as pink. It just made it feel a little bit more like me. I don't know how to explain that. It made it feel more me. Pull it down 50. That's not where that should be. Why? Is it only 25 between them? Oh. That's why. There we go. Here we go. Okay. So now the other thing is what we need to do is we need to... There was a way... Hairstyle equals. For these course titles, we don't need to do them all like automatically. Wait, hang on, copy and paste. Hi Nicholas, how are you? So this we just need the top adjustment. So instead of like making a dozen different styles, we can like relatively keep most of the same stuff here. And then we can come, there's what, 15 courses? Okay, so 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15. But yeah, how are you doing tonight, Nicholas? 50, 75, 100, 125. Before I go too far, I'm just gonna make sure that's populating. Yeah, it is. 150, 175, 200, 225. This is where I'm doing janky code. There are better ways to do this. I could use I could technically use like a PHP echo and sort of like use that to manually pull these down, but I just liked it this way. It's automatic. It does it nice and easy for me. And then what we're gonna do is another div here. Div course title. Oh yeah, what's up with you tonight, Nicholas? What is this? Star grouping. Yes. Also, I want to check something really quickly because Streamlabs didn't. You were yes. Oh yeah, Leon does stream on Tuesdays, doesn't he? Let me make sure this is working. Oh, it is. Okay. Stream elements didn't pop in that I was streaming, so I didn't know what was going on there. Just wanted to make sure that was working. Okay, so that's fine. That's all here beautifully. And then star grouping. So we're gonna make another div here. Class equals star grouping. Style is equal to top 25 pixels. And then this is where we're going to put the image in. Source is equal to, oh, give me some space. Icon / star icon. This should give me, okay, it does, but it puts it all the way over there because that's down there. So if I do this, then I need to do left 50. Please want your life emulated. Yeah, so this is what we're gonna do. Is this is gonna be set up for, I'm gonna be playing this off of an actual console, like sadly enough, or it's not sadly enough for me. It's like good enough. Okay, so this is where we're gonna adjust it anyhow. 35 is wrong. 32. 30 maybe? No, it needs to, see, this is like the thing where you have to like really play the pixel perfectness. That kind of works. That kind of works. I think these are all like a little bit spaced. What happens if I just... Yeah, because the next, like, Super Mario 64 is a game I can play in a single day. So I wanted to on stream. Whoa! Why did it shift all of a sudden? And this is where like you do things in your codes, like why is it suddenly all of it doing it in a way that's unpredictable? Okay, so let's give it 27. All right, that kind of works. That sort of works. It's I don't like it, but it does work. So playing on a phone, I mean, it didn't work. The minigame was fun. What minigames are in Super Mario 64? 27, 52, 77, 102. Yes. Yeah, that's populating down correctly. So, okay, we can cheat here because that's all the same. And then we can replace this with 2, 1, 1, 1, 4, 8, 12, 16. We don't need this last one. 4. No, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. 3, 3, 3, 2, 1. Why mess something up? That's supposed to be 2. 2. 2. 3 or 2? The DS3. Ooh, the D. Okay. I forgot they even made a DS remake for this game. Okay, so there are all the stars. That doesn't look quite like what I have here. In the sense that this is much, like there's more spacing between each star on the left and right. You guys see that? So what we need to do is, well, the stars need in a group. So image dot star icon border 0 pixel, padding 0 pixel, margin 0 pixel. First, let's do that. And oh, this is okay. In my haste, I made waste. Okay, so what I want to do is replace that with image class equals star icon. Okay. Is it not the right class? We give it a border of 10 pixels. Will that massively affect things? No, it's not. Image.star icon. Image class equals star icon. Source equals star icon. Why is it not? It is. I just apparently put it in the wrong... Okay. Never mind. It is. Okay, yeah, so there we go. Now we just need to adjust that. I think let's look at the actual Illustrator file and see what physical number I put in there, because I could be guessing, but I don't want to guess. Okay, so 16. So there's 8. There are 8 pixels between each star, so if I do a padding of 4, that should actually put them... That should make them look right. It doesn't. That makes them look wrong. That... Padding of 3? No. I mean, that's closer, but not precisely. This is where the code gets annoying, when you have to be like... That's 1-to-1, more or less. That's still ridiculously a large amount. I think it's like adding extra space between them. I need to pull up an old file. I need to pull up an old tracker that I had. Oop. Well, that's the one I needed to pull up, but I need to pull up the source code. How did I get the images to work? In this one, icon grid. Oh! I think that's the trick. I think it needs to be font size 0 pixels. I think that's what threw it. No. That didn't fix it. Quest grid. Unless there's the font size. Margin 0 pixels, border 0 pixels, padding 0 pixels. Yeah, that's exactly what he did. Let me do something here. Border, style, solid. This is like the console.log of style layout is basically forcing it to have a border. Yeah, okay, see, it's got... Okay, yeah, but if I take away the padding, they're not hugging each other like they should be. They should be hugging each other right on top of each other. Is it possibly that I maybe supposed to have put that here? There we go. Did you see the R place battle? I did. I did see that. I wasn't quite sure what to make of it because I didn't understand it. So like I was like a little confused by it. Honestly. Now it looks perfect. Now that looks exactly like what it should look like. Except for the fact that... Okay. I'm gonna swallow my pride here for a second. We should work on this one at a time. Let's put that 29 pixels. Nope. That looks better. 28 pixels, yeah. You're in the Linux Tux team cleaning the invading pixels. Well, so it basically was like it was a giant board. What determined that you could place a pixel? Like, did you have like, was there like a set time limit that you could place a pixel in, or what gave you that option? Tuck, 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 tuck. I'm curious. With 136. You need a team to draw. Okay. Like how? What is it? Like one person only gets so much time. Okay, so it needs to be just 1 over 136, 138. 140? 144. Okay, so does this let me then... It can't be that simple. It cannot be that simple. It cannot be that simple. It isn't that simple. Oh, thank gosh. I'm like, it can't be that simple. Padding. God, was it top, left, bottom, right? No, other way around. So 0, 4, 0, 4. That should give me, yes. Okay, good. And then we just need to make that 4, 4, which doesn't do what we want, but that's fine. So this is a height of 25. So 16 divided by 25. That cannot. That disturbs me. I mean, I guess that works. That technically should work. There's no reason why that shouldn't work the way it does. But that feels like it shouldn't. Is there a thing? Hang on. Can I do this in pixels? Am I about to really hate myself because I just did this wrong? Can I, if I do this? See, this is why I sometimes don't like... It totally does. It should work. It shouldn't, but it should. Yeah, it... Look, this shouldn't have worked. It shouldn't be that easy. I feel like I really messed that up. I have no idea what I did with my numbering there. I skipped 8. I know! I skipped a lot of things. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14... Backspace, then enter. My flyer, how are you? Welcome in. I feel like they're just a 1 pixel too low. feel like I just want them to be 1 pixel higher. That's right. Tired? Oof, I'm sorry. Hopefully whatever is making you tired will no longer be making you tired soon. Okay, so top 27. Top 27, we can get rid of the top 27 here. Should effectively be the same. Yep. The Kraken woke up, so she's getting... The Kraken? Is that one of your children? Because I remember you said you were like somewhere in Middle European. Okay, so class star grouping. Yep, the newborn. Okay. I'm like, is that your child? I don't mind you calling your child the Kraken. I can understand it. I just wanted to make sure before making any assumptions. Okay, we need to move the coin icon. You know, I was really hoping that this code would take me like 2 or 3 weeks. Or like a month. Like I was planning on working on this code for a month or 2. I was planning on this whole stream being meta. The whole stream tonight being a meta stream. I don't know what to do otherwise. Okay, class is equal to coin. Stand up and twirl. I will absolutely stand up and twirl. Hello, Zavim. I did wear a skirt as requested. It's very mothy today. Skirt plus like Pink Floyd t-shirt. So this one is a good twirly skirt because it's got lots of floof. So 1, 2. Whee. Oh boy. Hello, Zavim. How are you? Cute and fluffy. Yeah. Listen, I always say the skirt fund is open for tips. I will happily take tips to the skirt fund. Okay, coin icons. So we need... Should essentially be the same icon, but... Let's... Coin icon. Okay, yes, good. Except it needs to be over a little bit. How coding works just like knitting. Coding is a lot of... This is day 1, Zavim. This is literally day 1. Like, that's in the wrong spot. I really quickly went over, like, my plan for how we're going to lay out the files. And that took me, like, only half an hour, and I was expecting it to take the whole stream. So I'm like, let me just start working. Yeah, this is completely day 1. I'm just setting up the front-end HTML right now, and then we're going to, like, start working with JavaScript to make it play correctly. And then from there, we're going to go on and see about how to make it work. So 250, let's go at 240. That's too close. 245. That seems just about right. Okay, so coin icon. And then we're going to call this coin count. If... Gary says tomorrow you have classes. Yeah, absolutely. That's okay, Limo. Thank you for popping in and saying hi. It was always a nice pleasure to see you pop by. I'll see you tomorrow. Sit up straight. Am I slouching? I am slouching. Oh. Ugh. Okay, so we need... That was course title. This is coin count. So same thing, top 25 left, 245, oh, 255. Redeem to hydrate. Ooh, You're right, I should hydrate. Let me... I want to see something. That. What's concerning to me is it's not rendering the rest of these breaks. Like, shouldn't it have had course 15 and all laid out? I don't know. Let me hydrate. I feel like also star totals feels a little bit wrong. Or not wrong, it just feels short. It feels like it's too hugging there on the left. Oh. Hydration complete. We either make it on the right or center it. I could try to center it. Let me... What I want to do is... let me just write type 100. I want to put all the elements in for a single row, and then I'm going to play around with the positioning of that. Coin count. And GitHub or Discord, they will be up there tonight. I will put all the assets up in Discord and in GitHub tonight. I need to figure out how to sort them. And I think there's another asset I need to quickly make in Photoshop, so that's the reason why I'm holding off a little bit. Okay, that's good. And then, if anything, I should be able to just quickly put in... star... What do they look like? What do I call star grouping? Okay. Happy coding, gonna try to fall asleep. Yeah, please do. Stay sleeping. Flyer, just so you know, I think I might start doing some earlier streams on Saturday or Sundays just because I work Sunday nights now. I might start, like, would anyone show up if I did a daytime stream? I'm always curious. Let me know. Because I know I stream at night, and I sometimes wonder if I should stream, like, during the day so that more people can, like, pop in, or, like, just stream a wee bit earlier. This has to be start grouping 100. Start grouping 100 just being the stars that are specifically the 100 cot stars. So left 265, 295. Just a little bit more. Just a little bit more. Too much. Job allows you to, my job allows me to attend more in daytime. No rush, we'll watch the VOD tomorrow and code as well. Yeah. That's fair. Also, Zavim, so these VODs now are going to go into YouTube for all the Mario Tracker stuff. So you'll also have them on YouTube even after they go off of Twitch. Even though, like, the beginning of this VOD is me, like, having a little bit of a brain, like, stoppage. Okay, I don't like this, because this feels too crowded on the right. I think... Can we? I think I might just move everything over. Okay, Nicholas. That feels too close. Like, that feels ideal. That spacing, 97, 95. I just want to give a little bit more space to the coins. 240. Yeah, that looks fine. And then let's move the coin count over by that. That feels slightly better spaced. Give that one more pixel. That looks better spaced, right? That looks more... I don't know, it just feels more, like, balanced. We still have to do the castle secret stars, which will come down here in the bottom. Which technically what we can do for that, we can cheat with our layout. It looks better? Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Castle secret stars. Yeah, that just works in. That just slots in right nicely right there. And then I'll just put a div down there for the specific stars, because I think they're half offset. Yeah, they are. So now what I need to do is, I made a mistake here, so we have source div class equals star ID, star that. ID is equal to empty. I think the way I did it here was they just had an ID. Yeah, class and an ID. So there are two ways. There are two ways I could do the IDs here. I could do like the course number like that, or I could just do like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Like, I feel like this makes more sense from a computer's perspective, but like this is something that is easier for a human to read. And as a result, like, I feel like I should use the IDs like this so that it's easy for me to know, like, in the code what I'm looking at. 2-2, 2- that's 2-2, 2-1. You know what I mean? It's like comfortable with what it is with logic. Yeah. I'm about to go ahead and start doing commenting. I almost, to my own shame, I almost never comment actual HTML files. I comment my code really well, but I've never commented HTML because HTML because like I don't remember the comment shortcut, like what the format is supposed to be. I think it's, if I'm not mistaken, it's like this exclamation point dash dash. Oh yeah, that is. It is. Okay. Hey. Never mind. I know how to comment in HTML. Main 6 stars. Core functional initiated. Welcome in. How are you? I hope you're having a lovely evening. For each course. Each course? Each course. ID is equal to, ID format is course number dash star number. There we go. You're welcome. If you have any questions about what I'm coding or how I'm doing something, please feel free to stop me and let me know. Otherwise, feel free to chat or lurk, whichever your preference. 4-1. You may also chat and lurk and ask questions. Like, it's not like a one or the other thing. I realized that the way I phrased that, it came out like one or the other. And so, 4-5, 4-6. Let me make sure I didn't break anything. Okay, before I start getting into these... Okay, let me actually... I'll ID everything in a minute. Let me just do this real quickly. Because this has to be an empty div. ID is equal to this. And let me just try 100. IDs that start with a number tend to break stuff like ID selectors and CSS. That's fair. Only HR, that's fair. I could do something where it's like S1-1, like *1-1. Because I also need to do the coin count. So like for the coin count, it could be like C1, like coin for course 1, that kind of thing. I didn't actually think about that. You're right. Only HR. Why don't we do this? Why don't we do this? Why don't we just add the S? That also helps me conceptually in my brain. Whoa. What just broke there? S. Should be fine as long as you don't try to grab by it and makes it undefined behavior. That's fair. But like the thing is like if I can like address it right now, why not? S5 dash. So like I don't mind making an adjustment early on in the code. S6. I'll come back and edit those. But yeah, welcome in. How are you? Because mostly it'll be JavaScript that's editing. It's going to be JavaScript that pulls the ID number and then looks at a JSON file and updates it. Coffee's ready. Yeah, absolutely. Get your coffee. Okay. Let me empty that because I don't like copying with values that I have to delete. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. That should propagate nicely. It does not. Why doesn't it? Okay, I have no idea why it likes that better, but we'll go with it. I don't... Just sometimes it does a thing and you have to accept that the code marks funky. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Oh, yeah. Star grouping 100 needs to be much narrower for this to work. With 25 pixels. Yep, nope. And then for the castle secret stars, we could either do another div down there. How does it look in the formatting? Yeah, it's... Okay. I also realized I need to make a null file, so I'm going to pop Photoshop open real quickly. Because like I have these gaps with... Yes. I have these gaps here, and I want them to be filled like with an image for my own organization's sake, 16 by 16. So I'm literally just going to make... This is like the overuse of complicated technology to make the simplest things. I'm literally making a 16 by 16 empty, nothing in it file. And we're just gonna call that null icon dot, just so that it's there. Yeah, okay, because then I think what I can do... Easiest method is the best method. Yeah, it is. Only HR, just to warn you, my style of coding is very much bodge it till you make it. So, like, you will see me do code stuff that isn't quite, like, it may not be the most, efficient way to do it, but it's the way that works and makes it run. And then, like, I do clean it up later. So, if you want, exclamation point GitHub will take you to a GitHub of the last 2 repositories of code that I made for on-stream stuff. And this will be going up on GitHub tonight in its work in progress station so that you can also kind of poke at my code. All my stuff is usually open source with 1 or 2 rare exceptions. Secret stars. Secret stars. Castle. Secret stars width. I can make this 350. It's the width of the whole thing. Font size null. Da, da, da. Okay, top. This is where things matter. Um, 435. Just here to chill while I work. Yeah, absolutely. Enjoy your chill. But yeah, let me know if you have questions. Pop in with suggestions. As you can tell, I am not like in any way an expert at this stuff. I do it and it sometimes works. All right, and then let's quickly come down here. Div class equals castle secret stars. So let me make sure that just pops the first one in the right spot. That's too low. That's too low. Okay, then let's put it like right there. All right, now let's make the grouping, which is 2 3 2 3 3 2. 2 3 2 3 3 2. So 2 with a null icon at the end. Two, three, 2 3 2 3. Okay, yeah, that looks good. It needs to move a little bit to the left, but I like that. And then break. I think we said 3 2. That's not what I wanted to do. 3 2. Okay, yeah, that looks perfect. Let's just nudge it over 3 pixels. That looks even more perfect. All right, and then I just needed to put the boxes. So grab these 3. And what's the size on these properties? They're 32 by 32, and these were 16 by 16. Okay. Let's cheat image star icon with 16 pixels, height 16 pixels. It's already 16 pixels, but this way just kind of pushing it. And then we just want to make 1, 2, 3, 4 null spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we have, what is this? Flying cap, metal box, vanish cap. Flying cap. Metal box. And I think I called it vanish cap? Yeah. No! We've gone one null too far. Okay. Fantastic. So that was supposed to take me a lot longer, and it didn't. This was supposed to be a multi-week stream. And so far, we've actually gone pretty quick on it. So let's keep going. This might be a 2-week stream. I don't know. I usually am not this quick at coding stuff. What I want to do is I want to make an empty... See, okay. Normally with Mario stars, it's like they're empty outlines until you get the star. So that's what I'm thinking of doing. So, like, if we just take this... Oh, well, one too many. And... like, if I take, say... I don't know, this color here. And we do an outline. And the purpose of this will be so that, like, when it's not a star, like normally we could just like turn the opacity down. I want to try both of them. I want to try this empty outline thing. Nope. And I want to try turning down the opacity and see which one I like better. Let's call that... it'll be a PNG file? Why can't I save it as a PNG? Oh, because it's got multiple layers. Okay, so star icon empty. And let me go ahead and make a couple of these empty. See, this is where, like, I don't do this 100% like in order like I should. Again, wrong window. This is the problem when 4 windows look the same. Yeah, what do people think about that? Let me go ahead and blank out a whole heckin' lot of them. Like, what if we had, like... Again, wrong window. Okay, what did I fix? Ooh, shoot. Shoot. I did that wrong. One of you was probably watching me do that and being like, no, Zia, you're putting it at the wrong part of the file. Stop. And then I did it anyhow. So, what do people think of this? This is like one way we could handle it. The other way we could handle it is we could do, how How did it work? Just... Where's one that needed style adjustment? Manually. Style equals. Okay, it's just style equals. The other thing we could do, style equals opacity 0.2. So that's the two options. What do people think? Actually, let's make it like 0.4. What do people think between outlines or opacity dimmed down? The opacity? You think the opacity looks better? It's quite nice. Okay. Yeah, because the thing is, the reason why I was doing it was because I wanted to make it mimic, the only reason why I even considered the other way is because, oh, that's completely done. Yeah. It's better. Okay. All that work. All that work for nothing. Okay, so now the question is, do we like the like really dim opacity or like the half, like 0.4? This is 0.2 and this is 0.4. Let me just get rid of these. .2, you like it going way down? Okay. So then what we can do I really did not like plan this well. Oh, I messed that up. Like if I had planned this better, I would have made all these adjustments before I started copying everything. Okay, that's working. So I just gotta keep going down the horn. Actually now, because I'm over here, ID is equal to blank, replace all. I missed one. Okay, so that's what it looks like at the start of the game with 0 stars. I do like the, I guess the opacity makes it nice, so like then it looks like the things are like, you can kind of get a better quick visual sense of what's done and what isn't, I suppose. The one thing with the number here. I need to see something. Yeah, that's what I was afraid of. It doesn't like it when you have something else that isn't a 1. With the coin count, let me just try this. Make it 1, 2 pixels smaller. That should still be legible when it's full screen. And okay, so here's my next question, guys. I could either do one of two things here with the coin count, and let me zoom in on it so you guys can kind of get an idea of what I'm thinking about here. Sorry, I just bumped my microphone. I could either make it so that all the numbers, a monospace for the coin of sizing is odd. It's not, I think I like this, but my question now is, do I want to move all the numbers so that they're all right aligned? And then like have the X on the left? Like it would take another set of divs, but we could do it. Or does this look okay? This feels like it looks wrong. Like it looks unclean. Not unclean, just like it looks like it's done badly. Let's try the other one. Like, please feel free to give opinions. I'm just gonna go ahead and quickly actually mock it up. Coin count feels like a tad to attach the number. Yeah. Coin count X, coin count. So let's make coin count X. Coin count text align right. And let's throw like a bunch of numbers in here. Oh wait, it needs to be aligned to the right. It needs an actual width of some quantity. 100 pixels. It's more than wide. What did I do wrong? Coin count X, coin count X, coin count. Oh! I have an extra set of divs here. Okay, so now we just need to make that not be 100 pixels for 1. $30. What's the right pixel value? Just keep entering them until it comes up right. Like, how does that feel? That, I feel, looks more neat. Wouldn't you agree? That feels more like... What is the maximum number of coins you can get? Max coins in a course of more 64. Oh, someone's done a list. That's fantastic. Thank you, good sir. Or madam, or neuter, I don't know your pronouns. I just assume based on this website. I'm just gonna pop in the max values. 104, 154, 151, 139, 133, 36, 106, 126, 192, 137, 191, 128, 146. All right. How does that look? Does that look neater? That looks neater to me. I'm gonna run with that looking neater for right now. Since nothing goes into the 2s, we can pull it closer a little bit. And let me just make sure that with something being 100, because yeah, 100 looks neat. I like that. It's not terrible. And you know, back down at 1x size. I like your sipping tea of just like, I approve of you. I approve of this work. I like it. If it gets the sipping tea of approval, I'll take it. Okay. Next is the boring part of actually putting all the IDs in. S6-1-2 -6. S7 dash S8 dash. Oh, I'm on off. I'm off. I hate when I do that. S9 dash S10 dash S11 dash S12 dash. I can recover? No. S13 dash S14 dash S15 dash. I didn't put the S's. Okay, and then we just have to go in and actually add in the 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 3, 4, 5, 6. Hydrate. I will definitely hydrate. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1. No. 2, 3. No. 4, 5. No. 6. Bugger. Hydrate. Let's hydrate. Okay. Now, we need to give everything else icons. Coin icons are fine. Coin count X. These actually... honestly... wait, darn it. I don't need these in divs because we're never changing them. All we really need is that. That shouldn't throw off my groove. It doesn't. So C1, C2. C. And then we can just go down the number here. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. This is the boring part of code where you just have to set everything up. Star icon. Okay, so this we have to go down here. This is all S blank dash 7 because these are all 7. 1, nope, that's a space. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And then for these, I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna do S. Honestly, I'm thinking here, let's put this where it needs to be. Like, these are the Castle Secret stars. And you think I'm just gonna assign them course number 0? Honestly? Because like I can either assign them course number 0 or course number 1. And we haven't assigned 0 to anything, so like computers count from 0. It's either either put them as course 0 or course 16. I'm gonna put this as, because it's the hub, it makes sense in my brain to put them as 0. I'm also going to come out here and just have this written down. I want to have a comment for what each one corresponds to. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, so this one is Princess Secret Slide. Princess Secret Slide times 2, because there are 2 in that one course. Then these will be, God, these can either be the Cap ones or the Bowser courses. So let's do the Bowser in the Dark World. Bowser in the Fire Sea. Bowser in the Sky, I think is the last one. And these 2, oh boy, what were these? These are MIPS. And MIPS times 2. Or number 2, I guess, technically. And then 8, 9, and 10 were Flying Cap, Vanish Cap, Metal Cap. What order are you supposed to get the caps in? Is it Metal, Fly, Vanish, and then Vanish, Metal? Okay, and then these 3 are the ones that are like, because there's what? There's the aquarium. There's the aquarium. There's the rainbow clouds. And then there was one more. God, I'm trying to remember my special stars. No. These are the aquarium and the rainbow clouds. Aquarium. Because these are the Toad freebies. Toad freebie basement. I forgot that toads give you 3. So Toad freebie attic. And then Toad freebie the super attic, I guess is the only best way we can call it. And then we just need to make these have an ID cap 1, cap 2, cap 3. Okay, so now we have all of the IDs. All the counts should technically start at 0. I'm just gonna space these out so that they all line up for my own sense of sanity. Okay, so when you start, when everything loads in, it loads like this. That's what things load in as. The caps are needing to be styled down. Style. Okay. There we go. So now we just need to do... Star totals looks weird. Current star totals. You know what's really dumb is I feel like I need to play Super Mario 64 for 5 seconds to like see something. But like I don't... Okay, current star totals, that's all. Let's... That looks better. Ish. It looks better-ish. Let's leave that for now. We'll fix it in a minute. I'm also going to move that X 1 pixel to the right. It's 1 pixel off and it's bothering me. That looks better. It was 1 pixel off of center and that really bugged me. And also with the stars, I realized it did something that doesn't quite jive with my jivingness. I want things on even numbers. That looks better. Now that looks like it's less being distorted. Okay, so now comes the tricky part, which is the JavaScript that will read the giant JSON file and update all of this. So let's start thinking about how we're going to format the JSON file. Close that. Close this, I don't need it anymore. So star, so current. Okay, well, hang on. Let me open the JSON that I saw prior. The one that I am currently working on my bigger, more ambitious project. Okay, so this is formatted. Hey Neptune, how are you? It's going well. It's weird because I'm like coding from scratch, so things are a little bit more like different. I don't know. Okay, so we're gonna have a repeating set here. So we're gonna have basically. I don't like the way this was done. Unless this is just one. What does that pair off to? Pairs off to that one. Okay. Okay. But yeah, how are you doing tonight, Neptune? Let me format this my way. Okay, so that opens up. So we have course. Nope, we got a little head cold in the beauties of doing things from scratch. Oof, yeah. No, I'm not a fan of Scratch. I'm really not. Why is my tab size? This is a new computer, and I had to reinstall VS Code, and it didn't bring over any of my like preferences. Okay. Just start from scratch with the correct tab size. And let's just save this correctly down. But yeah, how did you get a head cold, by the way? I hope you're not, I hope it's just like the weather and not like you're sick. Totals.json. Okay, so course ID 1. Whoa, 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 whoa. Commas. Everything in JSON is commas. Okay, so course ID is equal to 1. Star 1 is equal to 0. I'm going to use zeros and ones here. Mix of things, but I think it was weather and my lack of proper layering. That'll do it. That'll do it. Especially right now with the weather being like so crazy. Star 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Going back and forth from gyms with clients. Ah, yeah. Coin count is equal to 0. All right, so that's a single course. Yeah, yeah. Okay. I think I might have done one too many layers here. Let me do this. Stars. Let me move course ID. We're also using this down to do more code work. Ooh, nice. What's your latest project? Like, okay, so explain something to me. I know what Code Wars is. Like, I've been looking into it. But, like, what are your goals? Like, do you guys get, like, homework that you have to finish? Or is it something where, like, you're supposed to just do a project using certain features? I'm not quite sure how it works for you guys, and I'm curious. Okay, so yeah, stars, star 1 to star 7, course ID is 1, course coin count 0. So, yeah. And then if I did this right, we copy. Code words are more practices. Ah, okay, I get it. So you get like, ooh, no. Three, 4, 5, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14, 15. Why are there reds? Oh. Let me fix the mistakes before I propagate them forward. Code words can be very addictive. Your project is working on your portfolio. It is because you love... Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no trailing commas. No, I know. And it's more like I wanted to fix that before I did the giant copy push. Copy 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay. So now we just need to update all these. And like the thing is, I'm going to have a PHP file that writes the JSON. I just want to make a JSON file that is in the right format. Course ID 4. Course ID 5. Course ID 6. Course ID 7. Course ID 8. Course ID 9. Course ID 10. Course ID 11, not 1. Speaking of JSON, Zia, have you seen your code that converts? Yeah, I did, Nicholas. It has nothing to do with the fact that I didn't like it. It has everything to do with the fact that after my hospital visit last Monday, I was still recovering all last week. And then I had an interview Friday and I was working all weekend. So I just haven't had the time to merge the branches. Like, I made updates to the code myself that I haven't had the time to merge into it. So I will get around to it probably sometime on Thursday. But I did like it, and I did like what you made. I just have to put it together. So yes, I did see. Star 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay. That's one way we could handle this. The only thing I don't know is where to put the boxes. They're not tied to a course. I guess we don't need coin count here, so we could just do like like cap boxes. And then just wing cap 0, not that, comma, metal cap 0, vanish cap 0. Not puzzle with 3 days of debugging. What did you have to debug? Like, debugging is not fun, for sure. I 100% agree with that. But what was causing your debugging conundrum? I guess we could, like, keep... Seems like a pain. You know, remember how, for those of you who follow me on Twitter, remember how I made a post about, like, I was stuck on a piece of code that I needed to debug, and I've been, like, looking at it for 3 weeks now. Now 4 weeks, and I'm still no closer to debugging it. It's been, like, it'll be over a month, like, in a couple days on that piece of code. And I honestly don't know how to fix it. Like, I don't know. I just don't know what I'm supposed to do to fix it. Had another set of eyes look at the code. I mean, it's on GitHub. Like, you're all welcome to look at it. It's the swap glitch. Like, the thing is like, I know of a way to fix it that would reduce the functionality of the code. It's trying to find a way to fix it that doesn't break the rest of the code and still makes everything else pretty fast, but only addresses things when it breaks. And that's what I'm, like, looking into. Infinite glitch. Oh my god, welcome in with the raid of 7. Hello guys, how are you? Welcome to our rather mundane coding stream. We are just working on this tracker. What's up? The Pokolab. Yeah, it is, yeah. This is what we're working on tonight. It's a Super Mario 64 star tracker. So, because I'm thinking I might do a Super Mario 64 run in a couple of weeks, and they had all the excitement with me. How are you doing tonight, Infinite? It's been a while since I've seen you. What was I saying? On your run through? Nice. Minecraft, right? Or was it a different game? Last I jumped into one of your streams, it was Minecraft. You know, we should do that on stream. I should be like, you know how you can really do coding? Oh, Super Mario, yeah. Like, you know how we can do really coding is we can go ahead and code in Minecraft with redstone. Like show real, like, bit level 0-1 coding. You could build a calculator in Minecraft if you know how to do it. You've got so many games going. That's perfectly fair. We've got Pokemon going right now, and then I'm working on this. I'm picking at, like, there's a scab on my head that I'm picking at, and I know I shouldn't be. Also, quick question, guys. Is the music too loud? Or is the music pretty okay? Because this is my first time with the music set up like this on stream. And I just want to make sure that it is something that you guys are, like, volume-wise is good. Music is okay? Okay, good. Like, I did a test beforehand, but, like, my ears are not your ears. So I just wanted to get a quick double check with everyone. Darn sweet flying around in A10C. What are you playing tonight? What were you playing tonight? Oh, yeah. I need to do this, by the way. It's always when I'm, like, coding that I forget to do the shout-outs. DCS World. So, okay. Okay. Spent like 3 days debugging a microcontroller, proposed online access to an external memory. Most of the time it was fine because of luck. Yeah. Fighter plane sim. Ooh, nice. I just do... I'm lame. I fly real planes. I don't simulate flying. I'm so lame in that aspect. Let's create a new file. Let's make a JavaScript file. You're trying to do that too. This file reads totals.json and merges them into the file. Totals update. Yeah. Which also let's declare. Oh, that goes at the end. Yeah. As always. Where's the slot update code? Nope. Cancel. Did I? I did bunk that. Copy and paste the code that works. This looks... This looks at totals.json every 100 milliseconds and updates it. Also, I was wondering, guys, would you be interested if I coded something in Stream that could, like, built on this engine of, like, you can kind of go into a file and make updates that would affect something on Stream? Because, like, I was thinking what I could do is I could make a little widget that let you change the color of the borders on all the like the little like the sub panels, so that you guys could like have fun like interacting with my stream in a way that's like codey. I don't know. Do I look like I have words in my head? My head's just full of like... Okay, so the file in question is totals.json. Response JSON. That sounds like fun. Someone did it. Oh, I'm sure someone has. I am absolutely sure that someone has. The question is, should we do it? Because why not? Like, let's just do it ourselves. Okay. For loop. Update loop is equal to 0. No, wait, hang on. Just var update. No, this goes outside. Var update loop. You can redeem for a change of pack. Ooh, that does sound fun. I don't know if I'd make it a redeem. Like, I could just make it, like, absolute chaos where, like, here's the link, go ahead and change it. And, like, if 1,000 people changed it at once, it would just go chaotic. If the color got cooler, because if... Ooh. 0. Update loop plus const.log update loop. The reason I'm doing this is I just want to see if it's going to start pulling the JavaScript correctly. Script src Did I delete something on accident? I did not. See, I was eventually going to have this thing where I was going to have a net of plush. How many people here have seen Star Trek? Like, original series, none of the new stuff. Well, I mean, I don't care if you've seen the new stuff. I like the new stuff, too. But I'm specifically thinking of something from the original series for this reference. Because who remembers the scene in original Star Trek where Kirk gets a whole pile of tribbles dropped on him? Where's the console? Console. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. It has been blocked by... Oh, right. Stop. Look at all the red. Stop. Launch app. You're close friend with... Okay. So the thing is, the point of the fact is there is a scene in the episode in which Kirk gets an entire, like a whole, like basically a storage container's worth of tribbles dropped on him. And what I was going to do was I was going to make like a one-time per stream redeem, something like 15,000 points, something really expensive. And like have a net of plushies hanging above me. And if you redeemed it, it would literally like have like these little mechanical latches that would release and drop the net of said plushies directly onto me. And I thought that would be like a little fun redeem. And it's like, there's nothing that's stopping me from making it. Like there's no coding or any other like knowledge that I have that doesn't make me make it, except for the fact that I don't have that many plushies. Okay, so it's pulling the update and it's running it correctly. Guys, what if we just finish the whole code tonight? Okay, so let me make sure it can read totals.json correctly. Console.log. Philip Trudeau, thank you for the follow. Welcome in. Having chat guess around a number if it matches your number of the day for the plushies fall. That would be interesting. Like have them like open up. See, that would also be easier because then I just have to hook that into a Raspberry Pi. The hard part is, of course, finding a Raspberry Pi right now. Okay, so we want this shouldn't be Poké Data. This should be star totals. So console.log. Let me see star totals. 1 stars star 1. If I did this right, it should throw me a 4. Oh, whoa. Oopsie. Just keep throwing me 4s. Okay, good. Good. It does. Oh, and this is where the course ID number comes in actually into play. Guys, we're gonna finish this tonight. This was gonna be a start to finish coding project. I thought this would take like 2 or 3 weeks. We're gonna finish this tonight. No! It should have taken longer. If style is equal to 1. Document dot. I'm just lazy to type out the whole damn thing. Hang on. S. Let's just make it really easy right now. S1-1 dot style dot opacity is equal to 1, else dot opacity is equal to what did I make him 0.4? 0.2. Let's make it this one. This one dot style dot opacity is equal to 0.2. Oh. Hang on. It needs to be. I never get why. I don't think you can throw a number in it. Does it have to be a string? Yeah. Oh, wait. It's not an underscore, it's a dash. Google Babis? I usually don't tend to Google things that new people tell me to Google on chat. It tends to never end well. But welcome in. I'm sure it isn't, but I would just prefer, like, you know, you chat for a little bit, or at least tell me what I'm Googling before I Google it. Style opacity is equal to 1. Again, I'm sure it is. Why is it not updating? S1-1. Star 1. It's reading the right file. If star total is 0, star 1 is equal to 1. Just what is it reading? It's reading 0. I forgot to save it. I just didn't save the file. Okay, yeah, so that does that. Cool. Sorry, Squat. I'm gonna not Google it. I'm just not gonna. If you had chatted a little bit more before you just told me to just randomly Google something, I probably would have, but no. I know this isn't Ghostbusters music, but it sounds like Ghostbusters music. Okay, so. Now, let's declare a couple variables here real quickly. Var course loop. If you trust me to Google do a barrel roll, that's just gonna bring up that thing from Star Fox. I do trust you. Okay, that was actually pretty clever. So, just so people actually know what happens, that was actually pretty clever. It does that. That was funny. I didn't actually know that. Nicholas, that brightened my day. Var course loop is equal to 0. I didn't know that. Okay. So it has to look through all 15 or all 16. So while course loop is less than 16, broke mine by reminding me of unaligned memory access. Broke your what? Oh, broke you. I'm like, broke your what? What did Nicholas of yours break of yours? Okay. So while course loop is equal to 16, we're gonna have var star loop is equal to 0. Okay, hang on. Stars total, let's do this. Course loop. This is where the rubber meets the road, ladies and gentlemen, in non-binaries. Concat. Okay, so we have star totals, course loop stars. Course ID. Dash 1. Yes, okay. That should take me from 1 through 16. And then just quickly course loop plus plus. I'm just gonna change some of these star values randomly here. Cannot read properties of null reading style. What? Did I throw something wrong here? Well, course loop is less than 16. Well, it's less than 15? What? No, there should be 16. There should be 16, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 7, 6, 5, 4, 2, 1. Why? Hold on. Does it not? Throw me a value for 15? Oh wait, hang on. If our course length is equal to this. Why is it throwing me an array? Wait, stop. What happens if I read 0? Gives me... What? I have it wrapped in... Oh. Thank you. So, okay. Throws me a 15. Course slew. It logs 0 through 14. I should technically have made that 17. What is breaking here? Why is what? I know the element, but it's right here. This is the element. Course ID. It's literally right there. Like, I know what it's telling me, but it shouldn't be telling me that because the HTML image element, oh! You know why? Because I marked them as course 0. Thank you, only HR. Thank you. Thank you. I feel a wee bit dumb. I'm dumb. I'm dumb. I'm dumb. I'm dumb. No! We were gonna... we were... When I wrote that code, I'm like, I'm gonna make this 0 instead of 15 for reasons of I'm stupid. I'm so stupid. Let's start that at 1. Let's make this less than equal to. For the purposes of this, star dot concat star loop plus this. It's because I forgot about for loops. It's because I just forgot that for loops are a thing. That's the only reason. Hey, Tage. I started index 1, Nicholas. So I started, specifically, I started index 1 here only because the way I wrote my totals has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I wanted to start at index 1 so I don't have to add +1 to my index count, if that makes sense. So it's like I'm writing sloppy code because I know it'll work instead of like I'm writing code that it should be like, you're absolutely right. That's how it should be run. But I'm writing it in a, yeah. You're doing best Mario game? Yes, I am. I will stand by the contention that Super Mario Sunshine is the best Mario game ever made. Mario 64 being a hot second. Sunshine was different. I love Sunshine. I loved Sunshine. Sunshine was a lovely game. Okay, link. But yeah, actually, who was it who said only HR? You're right. We should totally make these for loops. So let me just do that right now. For var star loop is equal to 1. Oh, thank you. We should declare that out here. Star loop count. Thank you, only HR. I think that's how I set up for loops. It's been a while since I've done a for loop properly. That's right, right? For is the most annoying syntax. Yeah, but it means less code. Unexpected token. Oh. Yep. Screw the for loop, I'm doing a while loop. Screw it! I have to look up how to do a for loop. Okay, yeah. Then we just need to do the coins. There was still a comment there, by the way. Yeah, for loops are... The thing with for loops is I always like... I'm not breaking anything. I'm fixing stuff. See, there are no errors being thrown. I'm fixing things. Don't tell me I'm breaking shit. I'm sorry, I swore. I didn't mean to swear. That was on me. Also, I painted my nails again. Just randomly. I painted my nails the same exact color as my wall. I just realized that was not intentional. I just happen to have purple nail polish that matches my wall. Okay, I need to put the coin count in each one. Summary.4, yeah. Error. I didn't say error. Thank you, Tage, for the error. What was I gonna do here? Guys, I feel like I shouldn't finish this tonight, but we're gonna finish this tonight. Document element by ID, C. Stop erroring me out. Concat. What about course ID? Course ID. Oh, wait, I need the whole JSON array. Dot inner HTML is equal to. I think this is coin count. This would be coin count. Makes you want to work on your butt. Hey, my whole point about like the only reason why I even started coding on stream was because I code this stuff off stream all the time, and a couple people were interested in how I did it, and I'm like, I can do it on stream. Okay, so. Oh, right, I know why. Let's just run this under 15, just so that I don't have to worry about that error. Let's just also come in here and let's pop in some random values. 26, 19, 102. Bot, which I'm assuming a Twitch bot. I don't know why I'm assuming a Twitch bot. It freaks me out that with JSON I don't have to actually do anything, it just randomly updates it as long as the code's correct. Yeah, it's a Twitch chat. Okay, it is a Twitch chat bot. I'm like, if course loop is less than or equal to 15. Less than or equal to 14? Yeah, yeah. 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 Okay, so this only updates the coins if it's not that. Okay, if, and then we need to update the boxes. Course loop is equal to 15. Document.get element by ID. What were the IDs of those elements? Cap 1, cap 2, cap 3. Let's just call them what they are. I think in JSON I called them wing cap, metal cap, and yeah. This bot, Tage bot. I'm gonna let that pass for now, Tage, but in the future, let me know before you just put your bot in my stream. Wing cap. Did I use an underscore or did I use a dash? I used an underscore. Dot opacity is equal to. You just did that for the walls? Yeah, no, that's fine. I know, and I trust you, so like I'm not upset. I also just like, I just want to like put the if you could get your bot to do a barrel roll, I swear that would be the awesomest thing in the world. This is sloppy code. Okay. Course loop. What did I call them? How did I organize it? Cat boxes. Wing. 1 else roll your PC. Oh god, you know the funny thing is my monitors can like completely like, turn on their side. Oh, that's so weird. Oh, that's so weird. That feels wrong to me. I'm fixing that. I'm fixing that. I'm fixing that. I'm fixing it. I'm fixing it. That was wrong. My monitor's gonna like roll full 180, and like I was about to do that, and then I'm like, no, that looks wrong. Stop it. No refunds. Why? Why is it? Sometimes I hate when the auto tab does it wrong. Okay, metal cap. Metal cap. Metal cap. Vanish cap. Let me make one of these a 1. Well, fudge. It works. Let's code this over like a full 3 or 4 streams, Zia said. No, we're just gonna... One stream. 3 hours. Not even a full 4 hours. 3 hours. To go from nothing to the full front end and black box. One stream. Thank you, Ryan. I had like locked out 4 weeks for this. What do we do now? I figured it would take like 2 to 3 weeks to code this. We would have finished Pokemon by then, and then I could have done a weekend of Super Mario 64 streaming. Because I can beat the game, I can do a full 120 run in like 10 hours, and I thought we could do two things. Quality problem. I know! Like, okay, admittedly, there are a couple things I could do to clean this up. Like, this is repetitive code, and this is repetitive code. Like, we could do something like... But it wasn't supposed to go that fast. Like this is the code that runs the Pokemon updater. Are there any add-ons you want? I mean, like, so there is still one more part to be coded, because the whole idea is that I am Benwis. Welcome in. Thank you for the follow. Like the whole idea behind this, Ryan, was that like, so this is just the back end, like, because like I'm manually editing the JSON file right now. Hi, hello. Welcome in. Let me know if you have any questions. But basically what I'm working on right now. Let me just like do my whole spiel and explanation, because maybe that'll like let me figure out if there's anything else I can do. So like this is oh no, we don't need the console anymore because I fixed everything. So this is like, as you can tell, this is like kind of styled in my overlay style. This is the overlay I'm making for Super Mario 64, and because it's a 4x3 game, I was gonna have extra space to spare. So I thought I'd put a star tracker in, which, you know, I'm like, okay, that's neat. And I learned from my Pokemon thing that instead of making this star tracker something that I needed to work on, what I could do is I could like have it auto-update with a JSON file. So I made the HTML for it, which is what that's running off of. I made the JavaScript file that reads the JSON file. The only thing left to do is what I wanted to do with this is I wanted to make it so that I could update this without having to actually be on the computer. So I was going to write a PHP file that like I could like make the updates on the file and like hit update and push to the JSON file. And then like when I did the push, then it would update the overlay. So we still need to code that PHP like file. But like that won't take that long. Because the whole idea was that what I was going to do when I streamed this was I was going to hand it off to one of my mods. So that while I played the game, I could focus on the game and my mods could update the star tracker. And that way I wouldn't have to worry about it, because like they could just pull out the PHP file and then I would have to not worry about it. But instead, I thought this would take like 2 or 3 weeks. I was like going to spend a whole stream breaking down the black box of the code. That'd be a great add-on. Yeah, and like the thing is, what I'm hoping, Ryan, is that I'm hoping to like kind of strip this down to its basic engine. You know, actually, let me just really quickly. Anything that's that, let's replace that back to 0, just so that. No, 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 no. Okay. I guess I'm gonna have to do this manually. Oh no, let's just go down and like find it. Yeah, we're gonna replace that one, replace that one, replace that one, replace that one, replace that, replace that, replace. Nope, nope, that's what we didn't want to replace. 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 Replace, replace. Okay, that should still be functioning. Whoa! What happened? Does it just not like coin count 009? Does it not like a leading 0 in JSON? Apparently not. Today I learned no leading zeros in JSON. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12. 0 means octal when you're not allowed. Ah, okay. That's fair. You know, it was funny because like when I was originally going through the block code, I was talking about how I could compress like all this data. Like I was talking, can I do comments? And yeah. So I was talking about how I could basically make this like 0, 1, 2, 4, 8 into basically like a 0f. Like 2A. Like I could compress all the data for this into something as short as this, and then just do that for each course, because like I could just make the stars represented by a binary number from between 0 and 128 or a hexadecimal number. And like now I'm thinking like we should just do that for fun because I've got nothing else to do. But yeah. Ben, did that all make sense? I know you just wondered, and I hope that that all making sense to you. What our current project is. Feel free to lurk though. If you don't want to chat, that's fine. Bitwise flag it. Exactly. No, because I'm like, I will enjoy your lion. Enjoy your lion, Ryan. Enjoy your lurk, Ryan. Well, like, because I was talking about how, like, with something like this, it's not that big of a deal because it's transmitting so little data. OBS, yeah, exactly, using OBS browser source. Like, as much as it's janky, OBS browser sources are an easy way to pop stuff in like this, and that's why I like using them. So, but yeah, like, in terms of, like, using the hexadecimal code, like, it was one of those things where, like, in, like, this kind of data, it really doesn't matter because, like, we're transmitting such little data across the server that it can translate the whole JSON file, which how big is this JSON file? I'm curious. Because this can't be, like, huge. This got to be, like, a few kilobytes at most. Yeah, 3 kilobytes. So we're not transmitting a huge amount of data. We're transmitting 3 kilobytes. And so because of that, I don't mind making it a massive JSON file. But, like, you know, if we were transmitting something on the range of, like, megabytes or gigabytes of data, we would compress it into those shorter strings so that we could, like, make it so that it would be on the onus of the browser source, essentially in this case, to do the decoding, which would make things easier on, like, in terms of, like, network transmission. But This is a tiny little widget that I'm using for a stream, and then I'm putting up on GitHub. Oh, speaking of GitHub, actually, that's what we can do. We can go ahead and set up the repository so that you guys can all look into this. Please excuse me while I log in on the screen where you can't see my password. What's my GitHub password? It's not that. It's not that. It's not that. It's that. This is the problem of having like 18 passwords and new repository. SM64 totals tracker. Can I change the name of repositories if like I end up deciding I wanted to use this for a different one? Anyone on the internet can see this repository. You can choose who can commit. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, add a readme. Yes, but it will break links. Oh, okay. Well, I think it'll be fine for now. If I ever make like a completely different version, like I'll call it like I'll do like what they do with Pokemon and call it like the crystal clear version or something. I choose a license. Yeah, license GNU. Where's the GNU? General public. Linked everywhere. Yeah, I don't think so. The only reason why I even throw these things up on GitHub is because my viewers like to see my code. And so I like to just throw it up here so that you guys can get a look at how my code works. But you know what we're going to do? We got like 45 minutes left. Let me show you guys a couple neat tricks. We can optimize this a little bit. Because what we can do... So var star opacity output. Let's optimize. I like optimizing things. Equal to star opacity output. Let's wrap code. Star opacity output is equal to 1. That shouldn't break nothing. I have so many windows open. There it is. What? Why? Okay, here we go. Also, let me just actually give 1 star. Okay, course 15 star 1. Yeah, there we go. Biggest optimizer would be not updating DOM unless stuff has changed. Yeah, we could actually do that. Like, I could have, what we could have at the very end of this would be like we could pop in a change ID. Ostensibly? Why wouldn't it let me do that? Oh, because it has to be on the inside. No, that was right. Why isn't it? rendering that correctly. Shouldn't it be... Whoa, 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 why? There's no reason why it shouldn't. Oh, wait. I had a comma. But even with the comma, it's still throwing me a error? Like it wants it in a... It wants it in that. Because I'm in an array, yeah. Oh, right. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. Let's just nest the whole thing. Wait, hang on. Let me undo this. Hold on. Just one object inside of the array. It's not. It's 15 objects. Because this is one object. Except an object with an array in it. See, what I was thinking is that we should put... Hang on. Let me brain. Is it really worth it, even? I'm gonna let my brain think of that while I do something else in here that I wanted to do. As in the wrapping, that sum key start thingies change ID 0. Oh. I was wondering about generally. See, you're probably right, HR. Wait, isn't it the same thing? Didn't you just type two of the same things? Oh, the reason you're asking me why it's in this container in the first place? I honestly, just because I copied and pasted the stuff that came from before me. I'm pretty sure that if I did that. Oh, broke it. Capsip, yeah. Or hence wondering. Yeah, a lot. First of all, Capsic, hello, welcome in. How are you? Hope you're having a lovely evening. The thing is, for me, HR, a lot of the times, it will make it hard to update the JSON. Yeah, you're right. I don't think for something this tiny, it really is going to matter if we are pushing it every 100 milliseconds. Like, capturing progress sending an array with just one object inside? It is. Well, okay, so this, Nicholas, I'm building this by scratch. Like, I'm going to build the thing that writes the JSON file. So we can format the JSON file however we want to. Also, Caxips, I mispronounced your username. I said Capix, didn't I? So we can format this however we want. I just formatted it in the same way that this was formatted because this was how the other thing came, and like I wrote the code to make that work. So like I just kind of fell back on what I knew. A lot of the time I code things, I just code the way that I know how to code things. Okay, I'm gonna finish cap. I'm gonna make these match to make my life easy. Cap names. Will this work? First of all, can't read properties of null. Oh, right, because that doesn't exist anymore. Is it the same? No, so this is going to be completely different, Nicholas. I'm going to write a PHP script that will push a JSON file, and that's what the JavaScript is reading. So this is not using an LUA at all, because this isn't reading the game data live. Because I'll be playing Super Mario 64 on my Switch, and there's no way for me to capture the data off the Switch. So that's why, like, we can... That's why, like, I'm just trying to figure out what HR is saying. I think... Oh, God, what is the... HR is right. We should just send an object. What I need to do, I need to remember objects JavaScript. How do you do things with JSON? Ajax, JSON syntax. Okay. Wait. Having the array of stars as a value. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm going to do. I need to make sure this... Okay, let me make sure I just get my nests correctly here. That's one. Yeah, so that... We'll call this... So, totals data. Okay, that's fine, but why? Stars. Wait, like this? No, wait, hang on. Hold on. Let me... I think... HR, the problem is you're probably screaming at the computer because you know exactly what I need to do. And my brain is just too slow to pick up on it. So let me just see. I know you can put an object inside an object. How do I put an object inside an object? Yeah. Update the fetch. Yeah, I know I need to update the fetch functions. Server data. Yeah. Isn't there's more detailed, here it is. And the thing is, like, I know theoretically how this stuff is supposed to work. It's just like my brain doesn't remember all of it. No, like JSON in real. I thought I could, are they different? Key value, yeah. Data type, numbers. Values in JSON can be objects. Okay. Why are you red? You're red because this needs, there we go. Why are you red? Wrap the entire thing, okay. Yeah, I know this needs to be in parentheticals or quotation marks. Okay, so then I have change ID 0. And then you said, okay. I think I'm finally getting this. I think I'm finally getting the hang of this. So stats is equal, star totals is equal to response.json function data star totals is equal to totals data. Yes? This is where things go. Okay. Data. Right, because that's the way it looks at it in the object. That's Adobe Illustrator. Okay, let me update the JSON file. Okay. And then I just need to pull change ID is equal to data change ID, right? Then if I console log that, yeah, because it's a 0. Okay. Thank you, HR, for being patient with me while I did that. And helping me through that. Thank you. I could tell you were like minorly getting frustrated with me because you're like, I can tell she's getting it. I can tell she knows what to do, but she's not quite getting it and not quite knowing what to do. Okay, and then I just need to do, we have this code already. If slot change IDs. Yeah, it's up here, right? Okay, so we just need to write coffee and hope being at work since 9 a.m. Yeah, fair enough. Var stored change ID is equal to var stored change ID. Let's make that 0 because it's 1. So if change ID is equal to store change ID, is not equal to store change ID, then and only then I have a -1 because it always starts at 0. Okay. Change ID is not defined. Oh. Yep, so now if I update this to a 1, yeah, it'll update it, and it won't update it until I make that a change, and then it pulls it. Okay, good. And then I'll just have the PHP file push a change ID every time it does it. It'll pull this one, it'll add one to it, it'll push it, and then that way that'll be really cool because then we can see how many times it's updated. It should be 120 technically, but if one were to make a mistake. Okay, yeah, so for course is equal to that. Var cap loop is equal to 0. While cap loop, I'm just optimizing this code here because it annoys me. It's less than 3. Which one is it taking? Oh, wait, whoops. Hey, did the kitty wake you up? Yeah, that's what I thought. Loop. I thought I made them once. Oh, it is a 1, it just is. only down there. Janky way to loop the code, but it works. Kraken needs a new sacrifice. Do you only have the one kid, my flyer? Or do you have multiple? I don't remember. Okay, just, you have two. Oof. Are they both infants? Or did you perchance, were you lucky enough to have one that was an adult? Return. Hey Snow, how are you? Enjoy your lurk. You have an 8-year-old. Ooh, at least at like 8, they're not too terrible, I hope. Listen, I want kids and I don't have one yet. I'm literally looking for things to optimize. Okay, so now it'll have change ID. Oh, we can stop logging change ID too. Okay, so if change ID is not equal to stored change ID, then it updates it and does everything. Checks to make sure the data is new. Runs through the 16 courses defined in JSON. Ooh, thank you for the hydrate. I shall indeed do that. Okay. Woo! Runs through the 16 courses defined in JSON. Course 16 is the holder for all the data of the castle secret stars plus the data on the cat boxes. Okay. I'm just commenting code now. This was supposed to take 3 weeks. I did it in one, like, 4-hour session. Star loop runs through the stars in each course. If course 16 runs through it 15 times, not 7. 7 for the 100 coin star. Star loop count is equal to 1. Course loop count. Oh, wait, that's the right comment. Star loop count, well, star loop count is equal to that. If the star is gotten, makes it opaque. Otherwise, makes it mostly transparent. Ha! Trans. Why? Why did my brain do that? Why did my brain do that? Yep. If course loop is less than or equal to 14, updates all the coin counts for the 15 main courses. While course is 16, looks at the box values and updates those. Okay. Updates the stored change ID in the active code so it doesn't run the code every time. Okay. First of all, this should all be tabbed in. Output is equal to just keeping my code clean. Cap output. Wow. Cap output is equal to 1. Cool, it works. It's arguably more optimized than it reasonably even needs to be. Also awake now, so you might as well start the day. That's fair. How early is it for you there? It's like, what, 6 a.m.? 6 a.m. or 7 a.m.? We just had daylight savings time over here a couple weeks ago, so I don't know what the time difference is. I don't remember when Europe goes on DST. Update looks at JSON and updates things. 27th of March. Why? See, what annoys me more about DST than anything else is that everyone goes on it at different times. Update loop is equal to 0. Stored change ID is equal to -1. HR, thank you, by the way. I got the whole JSON thing to work properly, so now it only updates when the change ID is different. I'll start loop becomes equal to 7. Yep. Yep. This bothers me. Everywhere else I define it by the number above it. You might want to move the change ID check to the fetch, as at the moment you're overriding the global star, so new valley. That's... I guess that's true. So you're saying to run this check down in the fetch loop? If I'm understanding you correctly, basically like wrap it like so. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, inside, yeah. No, I noticed that afterwards. Because it needs to be able to pull this value first. Yeah, okay. Change ID is equal to data change ID. If change ID is not equal to stored change ID, then we can update the stars total data. Make change ID to -1 and then... Yeah, it's, it starts at -1. It starts at -1 and then it increments up from there. On that, I am one step ahead of you. I'm not completely incompetent, just mostly incompetent. And then pulls that, and then I can get rid of that, and that. Whoa. It all works. I think it works in the end. Of course. Oh, no, wait. I want it here. You're right. I did take the wrong one. Okay. Yeah, that works. And then let me just quickly test it by manually pushing this. Change ID 1, star ID 1. You like the Minecraft music? Game Chops, Nicholas. Their link is in the about section in the setup. You can go to, it's a link to their website, and then the Minecraft remix is there. So I got 3 of their albums to play on stream. Yeah, HR, that's some much. I should make that change in this giant ass piece of code, because that does what this just used to do. So won't burn your CPU by doing expensive style updates each 1,000. Well, it doesn't look at the style, like it just bypasses everything, I think. But yeah, you're right. It probably is better for my CPU. I did just build this computer, so hopefully the CPU can handle it. And it's not like these are like horribly, horribly complicated style updates, but you're right, it is more efficient. Although we should probably put the update function inside here. You're updating the opacity each 100 milliseconds plus memory link. Yeah, that's true. So that looks better. I mean, it works. I think there's some errant comments. Why do I have a red line? Why is this giving me a red line? Race condition, so you're happy? Yeah. Why am I getting a red line here? Red line bad. Oh, it's where the cursor is. I figured that out. Listen, I just downloaded VS Code like last week. I'm still learning it. I'm still learning it. I'm still learning all the things about it. Okay. This variable doesn't need to do anything now because that was just a checking variable. That comment here. And then we will move this comment. Put that comment here. So clean up our extra spacing. I'm satisfied with that. Oh, there's just be space here. I'm actually satisfied with that. Format, right click, format document if you don't know about that. What do you mean? Oh! I didn't know it did that. Can we do that here? HR, where have you been for the last 3 weeks? Feed a baby, choose how to try to sleep. You have actually made something of value. I don't think this is of value. I've made something, Flyer, but I don't think it counts as of value. Also, thank you, HR. That I'm gonna do that here and just like come and fix this later. That I don't think this counts as of value. I think this counts as of like a neat little like widget. I don't know if it counts as a value. Okay, really quickly. We don't need the background reference image anymore because now that'll go into the code. And then we just have coin icon, flying cap, null icon. We don't need that because nothing's using it. Seriously, HR, where have you been? Like, you've made my... You have your result. I have no sleep. Listen, I'm about to wrap stream up whenever we get to that point, and then I'm going to be having no sleep. Ow! Thank you, head. So... It's, But yeah. We have the PHP file to work on. And I feel like the PHP file is going to take me a little bit more to tackle because I don't have a PHP environment on my PC yet. Because I literally just built this PC last week, so I haven't created a runtime environment for PHP yet, so I have to upload it to my data server. Because I have a Raspberry Pi downstairs that I use for web code testing for PHP, so I think I'm going to wrap it up here. Dong, 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 dong. What are the specs of the PC? Yes. God. i9 something processor, Z590E motherboard, 64 gigs of RAM, 3080 graphics card, 3.5 or 5.5 terabytes of storage space. Did I miss something? RAM processor. Oh, and a quad HD capture card. Listen. So, Fly, if you scroll down into the, I actually have to update this in my about section. In my Twitch about section, it has the specs listed of a PC, and that's my old PC. It did. Yeah, no, so that was my old PC. That PC I built 6 years ago, and that was like a dual-core processor, like a dual-core i7 on a Z290E motherboard chip with a 1050 Ti graphics card. Like, I've been meaning to build a new PC for like nearly 7 years. And like, I've literally for the last 7 years just been slowly updating the specs in the old one until it got to the point where like the next spec I was going to update was the motherboard and CPU. And I'm like, at that point, let me just build a new one. So like, that's why I finally built a new one. And my hope is that this PC, you know, knock on wood, will last me the same amount of time, like for the next 6, 7, or 8 years. So, gotta go. Yeah, Nicholas, actually, I'm wrapping up. I'm just pushing the code up to GitHub, and then we're done. So, yeah. And you know what? Chrome is still gonna eat a lot of this. So yeah, everyone have a good night. I was gonna raid out, but I'm also a little bit too tired to do a whole raid thing, so I'm just gonna end stream tonight. But yeah, if you type in GitHub, if you guys want to see it, I don't know if anyone has actually looked at it. That's the link to my GitHub account, if you want to just poke through the code. But yeah, initial push, all front end and black box data, commit changes, processing files. there you go. That's my code. The icons are in there if you want to play around with it and make your own. And then this stream will be on YouTube sometime on Sunday, probably. I need to edit it down, like edit down the some of the beginning bits and whatnot. But yeah, thank you everyone for hanging out. It was awesome. I feel like I'm like having a really weird end to stream tonight, but I gotta get to bed. And I'm going to just save everything up here. But yeah, time to get back to work. Exactly. Everyone have a good night. Thank you for hanging out with me while you were working, HR. And for help. Like, thank you for your help. It was very much appreciated. I do appreciate when people tell me how to do things that I don't quite yet know how to do. Let me just close things up here. Sleep, what is that? Well, okay, so for some of us, we have to sleep. Yes. No, I don't want to save changes to that. Close that, close that, close that, close that, and close that. Okay. Real quickly, gonna pop over to this screen, say thank you, good night. A few new followers tonight: Ben, Philip, Infinite Glitch, thank you for the raid. HR, thank you for the follow, everyone. Thank you, thank you. It was a nice chill night. I will be back on Friday. Friday I'll be playing video games. We're going to try to get pushed through Pokemon since we are finishing this now, so I want to get through Pokemon as fast as we can. And then, yeah, we'll do the PHP side of this, which will probably be a little bit more complex next week. And if all goes according to plan, this should be done next week. Jeez, that's terrifying. That's terrifying. Okay, yeah. All right, good night, everyone. I will see you all on Friday if you want to hang out for video games. Bye!